Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you the 3 most important tips to be successful at using Spider-Man. So the first tip we're going to talk about is who to target. So every game, there's 6 people on each team, and if you're targeting the wrong person with Spider-Man, you're basically useless to your team and you're just wasting your abilities and you're not playing your role as it was designed. Spider-Man is definitely like an assassin type hero who can get in, get out, get the people with low health low, or get a elimination with them. Um, and he can target healers really well. So let's go through who you should be targeting with Spider-Man. So, I mean, the most obvious ones you should be doing is any healer that you see. So any healer um, in this game, that is your responsibility to isolate them, target them. You don't have to get an elimination every time you engage, but you should be engaging as frequently as possible so that the healers are spending more time dealing with you than they are healing your team. That is such a great way to play Spider-Man. You just attack healers, make their life miserable, and they are not healing your team. The rest of your team is focusing on the main battle that's going on, and they have the advantage because their healers are just occupied with you. And the good thing about targeting a healer, the healers will prioritize each other. So if there's 2 healers on a team and they see Spider-Man attacking one of them, they're gonna try to get you too. And you have 2 healers. You have 2 healers just absolutely focusing you the entire game while you are making their life miserable. If you guys are newer to the game, you don't know like who the healers are, I can show you real quick. So it's gonna be anybody with like this hand icon. To be Luna, Loki, Mantis, Cloak and Dagger, Jeff, Warlock. So any of those guys you should just be targeting all the time. um, but yeah, so those are the healers you should be targeting. Things you should be careful of with Luna. She has some of them have anti-Spider-Man abilities. So Luna has this ball of ice she can throw at you that'll freeze you and stop you from moving, and it freezes you for a good amount of time. So if you get hit by that, you're kind of out of luck. Both healers are going to target you. You're going to be gone. So try to bait out that attack. Um, but yeah, for Luna, that's hers. Loki has his little domain that he does. I can show you actually what it looks like. So Loki has this, and anyone in this field is just getting constantly healed, and the amount of healing it does is way more than the amount of damage you're able to do. So it's definitely an ability you want to bait out, and it hard counters your ultimate. So you want to make sure you see Loki do this before using your ultimate. Next healer, Mantis. Mantis has her sleep ability. This can just destroy your momentum, and if she can get a headshot on you, you're messed up. Let me just change this to Spider-Man just to show you guys. So she'll hit you with the sleep, damage boost herself, and then she 3-shots you. So Mantis is definitely difficult because she has 275 health, and she also heals herself. When she uses any ability, she just heals herself. So that's what you gotta be careful with her, is bait out that sleep. But the one thing is, it kind of dips, so and it's not super fast, so it's something you can avoid if you're high enough. Like eventually it'll just dip. It doesn't go straight up. It doesn't have a lot of momentum. So yeah, it's something you can avoid as well. But it does have like an AoE, which is kind of annoying. Like I didn't even hit Spider-Man there, so it's better to just bait it out. Rocket. The one Rocket's tough. He doesn't have any, like, he can heal himself, obviously, with his bubbles. But what makes him difficult is if you combo him up, and he's in the air, he can just fly away. And that's the most annoying thing, is you have to follow him and kind of target him. But, you know, as long... So, basically, when you get him in the air, right when he moves, you should hit him. Because if he gets to the ground, he's going to heal himself like this. So keep him in the air and just try to target him while he's flying around. Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is so difficult because, let me show you guys over here. So say you're taking damage with Adam. He can heal himself, or he can disperse damage taken. Like, I'm not even healing myself right now, but well, this does heal you, but it disperses the damage, so it's gonna nullify any damage you do, basically. So you definitely have to be careful of that. Once he uses that ability, I would just get out, or if you're able to, if you're by a ledge, you can swing him off the map, but we'll talk more about that later. Luna, like I said before, freeze, and she can heal herself. Like, when she's taking damage, she puts a freeze out, she's healing herself, or if she's doing her little clappy thing, she's healing herself. So that's what you gotta be careful with her. Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is not too tough. We're actually pretty good counter to them. The only thing, they can heal themselves with this bubble, which can be annoying. But most Cloak and Daggers you see, when you target them, they'll do this. They'll start to fly away. But as Spider-Man, you can see this little ring. You see this little ring around me, the shadow ring? You can see that, so you know they're in the middle of that ring, and it shows you where you're going, so all you have to do is track them, really. But if they put this bubble down, if you can find a way to isolate them from the bubble, that's great, but it just does too much healing. Let me just show you real quick. Like, the problem... So, like, the healers have so many counters. Healers are so good in this game, so they have so many counters to Spider-Man because he does such little damage. But, you know, he is very quick and can do combos very quickly, but he has to utilize all his cooldowns. So he'll utilize a cooldown to do a bunch of damage, but if someone heals themselves while doing it, you gotta wait like 5 seconds to get your cooldowns back. Invisible Woman. She's interesting. She's only tough because she can become invisible, so you could have her, she could be one shot and then boom, flies away invisible. So let me just show you here. You're getting hit, boom, invisible. Where'd she go? I mean, you can track her, but it's a lot harder because there's no indication of where she is. You just see where she became invisible. So she's much harder to track. And one counter she does have with you is if you're ulting, boom, she pushes you away, your ult means nothing. So she's tough. She really counters your ult a little bit, but as long as you bait out the push, you'll be fine. Let's just get this guy out of here. Get our Spider-Man back to where he is supposed to be. Okay, and let's see, last healer is Jeff. Jeff is such a squishy. He's so squishy. He's just 250 health. The only counter he really can do is he can go under here and heal himself. But as long as you get him, you should be able to get him in the air before he does that. Like, you hit him with a tracer. Let's go back to Spider-Man. Let's change this to Jeff.
Where's the timeline where we all just go down to the bodega for a sandwich?
So as long as you get him in the air, it's really easy. So you just hit a tracer really quick, and right when you do it, you just get him. So it's like, because once he sees that tracer, he's gonna go underwater or under the ground. But if you start your combo really early, he only has 250 health, and we thrive off the 250 health heroes. And that brings me to my next. So other people you should be targeting are flyers. It is your responsibility to get the people out of the sky, because most likely your team does not have the capabilities to do that. So Storm, Iron Man, Human Torch, the only thing they really have nothing on you. The only thing they might Storm might have is, I can show you real quick. She has her E ability with her lightning, and it just it just strikes people with lightning that's in this little ring. But it's a pretty heavy cooldown, so you should be fine as long as you wait for that cooldown to get out of here. You'll be all right. Um, so yeah, flyers. So again, Iron Man, Storm, Human Torch. In terms of other DPS you should be targeting, uh, you want to get Moon Knight is fodder to you. He cannot mess with you. He has no escapability that's faster than Spider-Man's. He has a giant hitbox. You should be destroying him every time. Punisher, same thing. He's kind of useless against Spider-Man. Same thing with Hela. She has her little bird that flies away. So let me show you what that looks like. So she's got this bird that can fly away, but you see where the bird's going. You can track it. Um, the only thing that is tough with her is her damage. So she two shots people, which is crazy. It's an insane amount of damage. It's a two-shot headshot. She might hit you with the stun. Oh, that's tough, but she has a decently sized hitbox, so you should be able to get her pretty fine. Snipers, you want to get rid of your snipers. They do have some anti-Spider-Man abilities, but they only have one. So Hawkeye, he has this. Boom. He can get you a little bit farther away and hit you with this, but since you're Spider-Man, you can fly away. So you'll be okay. Black Widow has, where is she? Oh, she's okay. Black Widow has she has her kick. So boom, she gets you out of there, snipes you in the head, you're gone. But you're Spider-Man, so you can fly away. So those are the only really abilities they have. But once they use that, they can't target you. You're too fast for them. They gotta like focus you, and they have to. I mean, they thrive off headshots, and they're not getting a headshot on Spider-Man. So these people will get destroyed by Spider-Man. So anyone else? That's mostly everyone you should be targeting. Tanks, you should really only target if they're the only ones left, or if you have an opportunity to get them off the map. But yeah, so that goes over everything we need to know about who to target. Next, let's go over combos that we should be using as Spider-Man. So it depends on who you're fighting. So for someone like Luna Snow, the one combo, it's technically like a bread and butter combo. So let me just show you what it looks like. So we're in the air the entire time, which is wonderful. You do have to learn this one a little bit, and there are some settings you need to be able to pull it off. So you're gonna have to have your hold to swing. Where's my hold to swing? Oh, that's Spider-Man. Hold to swing has to be on. Automatic swing has to be off. So basically the way I did that down slam, the only ways to do down slams are to double jump, jump off a wall, or animation cancel. So this is how the animation cancel works. So you jump, you do uppercut, you could aim at a wall, swing at a wall, just click the swing button and do that down slam. But if I do this, I still have to do one more move to get her. So the best way to do it, and the problem with looking at a wall, if there's no wall near you, you can't really do a down slam. Like look at this. This is just aiming at the sky, but there's nothing's happening. So what you want to do is when you uppercut, you web cluster right after you press the web swing button, and it gives you a down slam every time. It doesn't matter if there's a wall near you. So the best way to get like 275 health people like Luna Snow is web cluster E, cancel the web swing into a web cluster, and you get that down slam, but you also get the extra boost, the damage boost from having web cluster on her. So that's it's a very good combo. It's a little slow, but it's not that slow. And you can track people with the down slam, like if they're moving, boom, you can follow them. So say she was moving over here, boom, following her. But yeah, that's that combo. Another combo you should be using is, this is something, if you have to catch these people by surprise with this. So you hit her with a web cluster, get near her, punch, web cluster, uppercut, punch. So it does a lot of damage. 275 health, you gotta do that extra punch at the end. So it's web cluster, punch, web cluster, punch, web cluster, or punch. So again, let's do it again. Just come up behind him, boom, 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 boom. Very simple combo. Only have to press a few buttons. You don't have to waste your E, but it does require you to be really close to them. And it kind of only works like if you're behind them. If you're in front of them, they're just gonna hit you during this, and you're probably not gonna survive. So you gotta catch them by surprise with this. Like say they're healing their team, come up to them, boom, do that. Either get them super low, they're trying to run away from you, but you're wasting their time. They are not healing their team, so it's definitely good to use. Doesn't waste your E. It's a good combo. But let me show you with a 250 hero. So someone like Iron Man. Well, I guess we'll do Jeff, because he's on the ground. So you hit him with a web cluster, do the combo, and he's gone. Just decimates 250 health. So again, come up behind him, web cluster, punch, web cluster. And what I'm doing there is I'm punching web cluster and so let me just show you what it looks like over here. So web cluster, you punch, then web cluster, then uppercut. So but when you do the punch, so you web cluster, you do a punch web cluster. So if you do a web cluster right when you punch, it cancels the animation while doing the damage. So looks like this. That's how it looks like faster. But yeah, it's a good combo to use. Another combo you could use is if you don't want to use your E, you web cluster, do a down slam, web cluster again, then uppercut. So again, let's go over that. So you web cluster, jump up, down slam, web cluster, uppercut. So that does a lot of damage as well. Let's just see what it does on a 275 health hero. So you do a web cluster, down slam, web cluster, boom, decimates to 75 health, and it's good because you can come from the air. So you boom, boom, boom. It's very fast, gets rid of them very quickly. So it's definitely a good combo to use. But something like on a 250 health hero, the best combo that I've seen, especially with like a flyer. Like with a flyer, they're in the air, so you can't really sneak up behind them and do this whole thing because they're just gonna fly away. They're in the air. You don't have a chance to do that. But with flyers, you do the bread and butter combo. So you hit him with the web cluster, E, uppercut, web cluster, punch, or punch web cluster. So E, punch web cluster, boom. That's the quickest way to do it because you get the animation cancel. So again, let's go over that. So you web cluster, you get over here, uppercut, punch, web cluster. Super quick, you're in the air the whole time. And Iron Man, especially Iron Man's got such a big hitbox. Look how chunky he is. So even if he starts flying away, you can track him. Hit him with a web cluster, hit him with a web cluster. Yeah. So let's go over that one more time. And honestly, for 250 health heroes, it doesn't even have to be a flyer. This combo is probably the most effective. But I know there's the ultimate combo, which is the greatest combo in the game. But let me just show you what it kind of looks like on who has 250 health? Oh, I guess we can do it on Jeff. So hit him with the web cluster, boom, boom. So again, it's just web cluster. It's get over here, uppercut, punch, web cluster. Super easy combo to learn. All you have to do is kind of get the animation cancel down. But yeah, and you can come from any distance here and just boom, get rid of them, decimate them. You come in behind them like you could be. So like a good way to use this is fly behind him, get in his back, boom. See, it just decimates him. He doesn't even know what hit him. It's like a 3-second combo. So yeah, those are the combos you should be using as a Spider-Man. But let me show you the ultimate combo. You should always use this. It's just, I mean, it's the best. It is the best combo. Spider-Man combo in the game. It is with the Venom team up. So let's go over here. It does have a 30-second cooldown, so you be wary of that, but E just decimates. It's so quick. And you can even like kind of cancel the uppercut with it, so that one I did a little too quickly. It's just super quick. Let's just see what it looks like on like a Luna Snow. Hit it with that, boom, 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 boom. So for her, you could either like hit her with a double web cluster, decimates, or you could kinda just track her, hit a web cluster. Personally, I think it's easier to just hit her double web cluster. Boom. But yeah, the Venom team up is broken. I do love it though. Makes life so much easier as Spider-Man. Yeah, those are all the combos you should be using. They're just the most effective, I think, for each hero that I showed you. But yeah, the final tip I'm gonna kind of give you guys is positioning, and where to start your fights. So the one thing, so this is a good actually. So say this is your team, this is the other team. They're fighting. Say the middle one is the healer over here. You want to find a way to get behind the team, whether that's web swinging, bee hopping, whatever. Get behind the team and just attack the healer. Just attack the healer, kind of make their life miserable. Even if it doesn't kill them, you're making their life miserable. So always engage behind. That's like the great benefit you have as Spider-Man is you're so fast, so mobile. So just doing this in front makes no sense. Like you're getting hit while you're doing your combos. It's gonna mess you up. You probably get targeted. Like there's no point. So always start behind. Position yourself behind. And end from above. Like you can get to any hard to reach place. And say your healer's kind of sticking with your team. They're protecting their healer. Bring them to you. You have an ability that can bring people to you. Boom, boom, boom. So if you're behind them like this, oh, you're coming here now. I'm targeting you. Your team doesn't know you're gone. So just bring them to you. Or if you're like in the air, bring them in the air. Like, say there's an ult that they're using, like a cloak and dagger ult, a Luna ult. Get them away from that ult and just destroy them. Or one way you can use this as well is if you're in the front lines, just like bring them to your team. Let your team. It's kind of like a Bucky strat. Like Winter Soldier has his little thingy, but just bring them over here. Bring them to your team. But yeah, that's the best way to kind of use them, is just
Well,
kind of
made it.
find a find a way to traverse the map without being seen, and do it as quickly as possible so you're not wasting your time, wasting your team's time. So if you're just swinging around the map the entire game, you're not really providing any value to your team. So find an area where where you're behind the enemy team, and then just start your combos. Get somebody, get out, get your heals in. Yeah, and if someone starts to target you, and like multiple people start shooting you, don't try to fight them. Get out. Just get out, get your heals, go back in. If you're seen, you're not using your elusiveness as a Spider-Man, and your value goes down quite a bit. So always try to avoid being seen. Be the web slinger in the shadows. And just just be elusive. Try to make life miserable for the healers in the back line. Yeah, so that's basically it. Positioning's pretty easy. Just gotta find a way to get behind them. And it's pretty easy. There's so many structures on each map. You can go around the map sometimes, so use that to your advantage. You're the only character who can do this type of stuff, so act like it. Don't just be like every other DPS who's kind of with their tanks just attacking the other team. Like flank, like extreme flank, get behind the other team. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's kind of like just some tips. I've been playing Spider-Man a lot, and these things that I focused on helped me quite a bit. Like, it took me a while to figure out which combos to use for each hero. So I hope this video can help you guys just a little bit with that kind of stuff. But yeah, hope you guys took some value from this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.